For this project, I started with a 12 by 10 inch frame that I had picked up at a garage sale. Now, I did not film the preparation of this frame, but I do prepare all my frames the same. I take the backings out, I take the clips out, I take the glass out, I clean everything up, and then I take Elmer's glue and put it around the perimeter of the back of the frame where the glass sits. Then I replace the glass, and then I put Elmer's glue around the perimeter of the back of the frame, this time on top of the glass. And in this video here, I'm using clear Elmer's glue, but I have gone back to using regular Elmer's glue because I feel like clear Elmer's glue is too thin, too runny, and does not adhere the glass to the frame as well as the standard Elmer's glue does. So this serves two purposes. It helps to hold the glass in place, and it helps to prevent resin leaks when you flip it over and put resin on the other side. Now this needs to sit to dry overnight, sometimes up to 24 hours depending on how much glue you use. Next, I went on the computer and I actually found this angel on the computer. It was under free coloring book printables. And I brought it into Microsoft Word, made it a little bit larger, printed it out, cut it out, then taped it to the back of the glass of this frame. Then I took clear Elmer's glue and I went around the perimeter of the angel, working in one area at a time. And then I took my 4mm rhinestone chain and went over the areas that I outlined with Elmer's glue. Now this 4mm rhinestone chain, all the rhinestone chains need to be cut because they're not going to bend, in these specific ways to fit perfectly. And I'm using a heavy-duty scissors that I had picked up on Amazon. I believe you can cut it with a regular scissors, but it would ruin your regular scissors if you're constantly cutting the metal on that. It's not really hard to cut, but it would ruin a regular pair of scissors. So anyway, I continued on with the 4mm chain, just outlining her dress, going over where I put all of the clear Elmer's glue. Next, I started outlining her wings with the clear Elmer's glue, and then again I went over it with the 4mm rhinestone chain, this time not using red but using more of a gold color. And I did not follow the pattern exactly down at the bottom. It was easier to make just 3 little loops instead of the 4 at the bottom of each of the wings. So you can make up your own little pattern, improvise, do whatever you want. Next, I used a 2mm rhinestone chain, and I used that to outline her hair. And again, doing the clear Elmer's glue for her hair, and I actually outlined her hands too. Now, if I had to do this again, when I first started this, I didn't really know what I was going to fill the face in with. I thought maybe I would be using glass, but in the end, I decided to paint her face. And so if I had to do it again, what I would do before I put any of the glue or rhinestones on is I would paint the hands and the face. And after that was dry and ready to go, then I would put the rhinestones on, because when I was painting it, I got some of the paint on the rhinestones. So that's why I would do it differently next time. So here I continued to outline the hair, and then I used the same 2mm stones to do the hands, and then I used a 4mm rhinestones to make the halo. It's the same ones that I used for the wings. Next, I started filling in the dress with Ashland decorative filler. This is red glass. It is seasonal, so I guess once it's gone, it's gone. But I thought it was so pretty. They always have the silver reflective glass in stock, so you can color that to make it whatever color you want, or you could just use the silver reflective glass. You can color it with the Krylon stained glass or the TAMIYA stained glass, the TAMIYA translucent spray paint. Also, you could use alcohol ink. I'm not a big fan of the alcohol ink for coloring glass, but I know that it does disappear on fire glass. I've not used it enough on the Ashland decorative filler to know whether it's gonna fade or not, but I'm assuming it will somewhat. Anyway, I went ahead and I filled in the dress. This stuff does get all over the place. The best way to pick it up, I guess, is to use, what I used was a little piece of tape, painter's tape, and just kind of dabbed all over to help prevent fingerprints, just to get it up off of the glass where I had spilled it. Next, I started filling in the glass on the wings, and this again is Ashland decorative filler. It is, it looks gold, but it's actually the color yellow if you're ordering it online or up at the store, because I made the mistake of ordering gold online, and when I got it delivered, it was not gold. It was another color that looked nothing like gold to me. So to me, this yellow, they call it yellow, looks more like a gold color. It's the same one that I used for the little gingerbread men. So anyway, again, Ashland decorative filler. You could use any color you want. This is just what I chose to use. And then I actually didn't show it, but I used some seed beads to start filling in the hair, and then I decided, oh, I better do something with the face first. So originally I had thought I was going to put some glass on the face, and this was kind of a last minute decision to paint it. And when you're painting on glass, it's a lot more difficult than painting on canvas, because you have to give it multiple coats, and you have to let each coat thoroughly dry in between, because if you don't, what'll happen is the paint will come, you'll pull up the first layer of paint as you're trying to put down a second layer. So, and then my other suggestion is do the painting before you do anything else. After you tape the picture to the back, do the painting first, make sure that's all set, and then start with your rhinestone chain. So I really didn't know what I was going to do in the beginning. That's why I'm doing it this way, but that would be my suggestion. So anyway, and then also after the piece of paper is off the back, kind of hold it up by a window a little bit and look at it to make sure it's not translucent in areas. You want the whole face filled in and the hands. So so as you can see, I already started putting beads down for her hair. And actually, if you wanted to, you could do that for the entire angel. But anyway, I put some clear Elmer's glue down first, because these little beads, when you drop them down, they bounce all over the place. And I thought that would just kind of hold them in place. And actually, that probably would have been a good idea for all of the angel. So anyway, that's what I did. I put some clear Elmer's glue down first and then put the beads in for the hair. So next I was ready to put the face on. And what I used for the face was, again, the rhinestone chain. And you could easily paint this on also. It's just 2 lines for the eyes and a line for the mouth. So I used 4, I think, of the 2mm black rhinestone chain to put for the eyes. And then I used the 2mm red rhinestone chain, 5 of the little crystals for the mouth. I put a little bit of the clear Elmer's glue down first and then just stuck them on there. And like I said, honestly, you could just paint that on there too. And you have to kind of bend the eyes down and the mouth up to make it look like it's a little bit of a smile. And I think that looks really cute for her face. What do you guys think? So normally, the other thing I want to point out is that normally when I do Mod Podge, I do not adhere the glass to the frame. I leave the glass off of the frame, and after the Mod Podge has dried, then I attach the glass to the frame. But I just happen to have this already prepared. So here you see I have my Mod Podge, gloss Mod Podge, and I pour that into my measuring cup with equal amounts of water, and then I mix it up. And then I just pretty much saturate it all. And again, because there is the rhinestone chains that are held down by the clear Elmer's glue, it's kind of created a barrier, so not a lot is leaking out. But after I get it saturated the best I can, I let it sit for about a half an hour before I try to drain it. And in this case, I'm probably going to have to, after I tip it, I may have to dab some away with a paper towel because it's not going to be able to roll off of the glass because I do already have it in the frame. So after about 25 minutes, I came back and tipped it some, and there really wasn't a lot dripping out. That rhinestone chain glued down with the clear Elmer's glue really created a kind of a barrier. So what little bit did drip out, I went ahead and spread it around on the glass. And like I said, normally I have the piece of glass detached from the frame until after it's dry, so it's much easier to work with. And this time, of course, I had it attached already. So after I spread the Mod Podge out, then I took some iridescent glitter and put it around the angel. And this time I just used a little bit. My last one, the gingerbread man that I did, I kind of felt like I used a little bit too much. This time I tried to use a little bit less to see what it would look like. Hi everyone. So this is the Mod Podge angel. Yesterday I showed you the resin angel, and essentially they're both the same except of course I didn't put resin on this, I put the Mod Podge on it. And I know there's some people who don't like to mess around with resin, so I thought this is another, great alternative. So, everything was the same, and the only difference is around the edges I had to put a little bit of glitter because I'm afraid that it just wouldn't be real clear around the edges. So this is the Mod Podge, and this one is the resin. So they both look very pretty. And I just wanted to show you a few things with the resin. With the Mod Podge, I showed you this with the gingerbread man, but in case you didn't see the gingerbread man. So I had put these on this piece of glass because the Mod Podge also has mega glitter, silver, gold, and holographic, and I just wanted to show you how streaky that comes out. And I honestly tried to do it as neatly and evenly as I could. And this is the half-strength Mod Podge, and this is the regular Mod Podge, and you can see how you can see the streaks of the regular Mod Podge, the full-strength Mod Podge, I should say. So that's the main difference there. And actually, this looks pretty good here. I need to just try to do one without any glitter and see how it turns out. So that's that. And then I bought a while back this Mod Podge spray that had glitter in it because I thought, oh, maybe after I'm done with the Mod Podge, instead of just sprinkling the glitter on, I could just spray the whole thing. But I don't know, it almost makes it look foggy and dirty. I don't really like it. So I've got a whole can of glitter Mod Podge. So anyway, that's that. So anyway, I think this turned out real cute. And again, the glass is from Michael's, and you can, if you can't find red glass, you can always color it. There's a few different ways to do that. And also this glass, I think I've told you a bunch of times, this is not, even though it looks gold, it is called yellow glass if you go on Michael's. Don't make the mistake I did. I ordered gold glass, and the gold glass had silver reflective qualities in it. I don't know why they called it gold. It didn't even look like it. This looks much more like gold glass. And also, I did the seed beads for the hair. There's no reason why you couldn't just go ahead and use the seed beads instead. If you couldn't find that glass or you didn't want to color it, you could fill this all in with seed beads. That would be pretty too. And if you didn't have or didn't want to invest in the rhinestone chains, I'm trying to think. So I got those on Amazon. It's 10 yards for $16. So, of course, this wouldn't even take a whole yard. So you could make multiple projects out of it. I'm sure a couple dozen. But Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to be notified of future videos, go ahead and subscribe. And I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to show you the Mod Podge test. Nothing fell off, I hope. No. All right, have a great day.